You throw things at a wall until it works. And this wall is the Strong Museum. And I'm gonna throw myself at it until I work. This is a very strong museum.
Stronger now. Let's see if you can lift that heavy turbonium reactor. It's okay to let an adult help you lift. It'll make them feel
It's a museum of how strong I am. This is a museum showing how strong elevators are. Party. This is the actual Todd Howard Award that they gave to Todd Howard when he won it at the museum. You know, all the gaming legends. All four of us. The gang's all here. Oh god. Oh my god. Put on some like Eurobeat to this. I don't get it.
So we're actually looking here at some of the notebooks from Will Wright, who created The Sims, SimCity, and these ones in particular pertain to The Sims, and we have 9 of them in our much larger library and archive. So this is just a sampling here. But you can actually flip through and see how Will Wright came up with the best-selling PC game of all time and his creative process, which was a really fascinating process because on one page he would be sketching on an idea for what The Sims would do, and then on the next page he was making notes to remember to call somebody or what groceries he needed to pick up. So sort of a little window into the mind of a game developer genius.
Oh. Lights and colors and sounds are things I'm into. Play me. Alright, how? Teach me. What do I do? Is it this? What do I do? Oh. This is John Romero's computer. Can I get one of your old computers? Hit me up. I'll put it in my personal museum, John Romero. I'm strong. I proved it earlier. I'm physically capable of holding one of your computers, John Romero. I'm the best bug invasion player around. This really is like Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oh my god. You said there were 23 systems?
I believe so. There's 23 different systems, be it the Nintendo 64 and DD, the Sega Mega Drive, Super Famicom, Famicom, basically a giant floppy disk.
Oh, that's surprisingly light.
Yeah.
I wanted to make a joke like, I've seen bigger, but I haven't. I've not seen a bigger collection.
Yeah, one of the things that's great about this is it is a public collection in that researchers can come to do research. They can request to play games that we will set up on the original hardware so that you can play 64 DD games. So long as the hardware works, and we think it will continue to work and it won't damage any games, you can play whatever you like, really, as long as you make an appointment ahead of time.
You guys have to go through, and every item in this collection, you have to catalog, you test it,
Yeah, most things get tested, or at least spot tested. I actually do a random test of 100 games twice a year.
Okay.
That way we confirm both that the games that are on the list work, but also that the hardware works. And
Right.
Have the hardware, as you can imagine, with tens of thousands of objects, you kind of forget sometimes. We're in a storage right now that is much cooler than it is outside.
Right.
The humidity is controlled. This is a very good spot for the physical objects themselves to survive as well. Because there's something about picking up a game that you just don't get by loading a digital file or even looking at a scan online. picking up this box is different than just about any other box that you can pick up.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a jewel case quite like that.
Right, so there's something really unique about just being able to go to the original and be like, this is what the 64 DD really looked like. This is what it was. Not just how it plays, but this is everything.
What if something stops working? What do you do? Do you try to replace it? Do you try to repair it? Like, say one of the disk system games stops working. How do you go about keeping it?
Finding the balance of what's gone wrong with it. Sometimes it's just simply easier and cheaper to go out and buy a new one right now, especially if parts aren't being made. With the disc system, usually it's the belt that fails, so we can go out and buy a belt. And we'd be okay with that. We just document that, hey, on September whatever, we just replaced the belt, so that we have a log of it, just to know that it's not the original belt in it. So, so far, we've been in pretty good shape that things aren't failing at a massive level.
Right.
But as we start going on through the years, we want to stay on top of these things. That's why we do things like randomly checking them. We want to make sure that these things are working and they will continue to work.
What a strong museum. That's a sketch me, dog. That's a Connect. That is just a Connect. I mean, that's one way to do it.
We're standing in one of our two large storage areas in the museum. Right now we're just outside of what we call our iCheg lab, which is the International Center for the History of Electronic Games.
That's a mouthful, yeah.
Yes. But the lab basically has two functions. Part of it is storage, and part of it is where we do some of our video capture. Our digital curator runs his Twitch stream, and we basically do a lot of our preservation efforts.
What would you say are some of the more interesting artifacts that you've personally seen come through the museum over the years?
Oh, wow. Well, we're actually standing right next to one, believe it or not.
What is it? What do you have here?
This is the prototype for the very first light gun that was ever created by Ralph Baer. It is a light anti-tank missile that was taken apart, deconstructed from his days when he was working with the military, and he turned it into a light gun prototype eventually for the Magnavox Odyssey.
Now, is this the original like military casing?
Yes. So you can see the Sanders Associates. You can see the old military stickers and how it was decommissioned and was given to Ralph to use as he liked.
I'm so taken aback by so many things. Every time I turn a corner, like this is a big box PC collection that people would kill to have. And then you have this.
So this is a shoulder. It would be a shoulder-mounted anti-tank weapon that you would. System is right here, and so you would shoot tanks.
Is this piano haunted?
No, the only thing in the museum that's haunted is Margaret's doll, Mabel.
Wow, we did it. We got strong, we got game, and we played the videos. So if you're ever in the Rochester area, come on down to the Strong Museum, where a kid can be a kid. That's Chuck E. Cheese. Scratch that. We'll do. Hold on. 3, 2, 1. Come on down to the Strong Museum, where I once was.